because they're coming through my phone sometimes.
How's your week been, mate? Evening, Max?
Yeah, all right, mate. Yeah, busy. How are you guys' week?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. I was just saying, I got some sleep last night, so I'm full of energy, which I haven't had for weeks.
That's good, mate. I need some of that energy as well, bro.
I'm just waiting for Red to come on before we get into it. I'll give her a few more minutes to see if she jumps in.
Yeah. David says, got to bring the lad from Palace. Solid our defence up because defence has been titles. You never clone. 100%, David. Fully agree. Gahey in January. There's a lot of updates
an article
around
today, Daz. Yeah, have you seen it today?
Yeah, Real Madrid pulled out of that because he's promised to join Liverpool. Ace. Ace. Yeah, 100%.
Question is, do we know, is it going to be summer or winter?
Well, what I saw today is that there's talks been had behind the scenes at Liverpool. Do we go for him in January? I think we have to. I think you have to test the waters there because at the moment we're doing well again. You know, beating Real Madrid and that. And if we beat City on a weekend, you go, oh, it was definitely just a blip. But I think this season you're going to have ups and downs. And if you don't have Gahey or another centre back in, because we're being linked with Bastoni today, 88 million. Like, if we signed him as well, yeah. I mean, I don't think we get Bastoni if Konate signs a contract extension because did you see that we are holding talks with him again about.
I did say, didn't I, after the Madrid game, I wouldn't be surprised if we try.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Get to Gahey though. Like, obviously, Palace would want as much as possible if they were to sell him in January. But what do you think a realistic number is if we were to go for him?
15 million.
Yeah.
15, 20. I think Palace would try for 20. But, you know, if you've got to look at, they was willing to accept 35 million plus a sell-on fee in the last window. Do you know what I mean? Like,
our biggest problem is they now know we need him because of Leone being out. So they're kind of like, they're holding all the cards in a lot of ways, aren't they?
Yeah, Henson said best centre-back in the world right now is Mickey van der Ven. I mean, he's on fire. He is very good.
Yeah, he is on fire.
What do you expect from the City game, guys? Tiberu on my comments just said, what do you expect?
I'm really hopeful. I think if we keep Haaland quiet,
yes,
I think we're in for a shout, personally.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's just getting past Donnarumma because he's a great goalkeeper.
Yeah, he is.
He causes us a lot of problems. I think it's going to be a little bit like trying to get past Courtois.
Yeah. I agree, mate. I agree.
Daz.
Boom. Yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Look at that, guys. How nice is that?
In the house. Painted by Kev, the cop artist, by the way. Give us a wave, Kev.
Yeah, guys, check it out if you don't know already, mate. Go and check him out. Some good stuff.
He's a quality painter, is our Kev.
And that celebration, by the way, Kev, was
top
drawer.
I'm not doing it again.
It was quality, wasn't it, mate? It was quality.
It was brilliant, yeah.
It was such a good night the other night doing that live. Right, I don't know where Red's got to.
Man, best striker in the world. Who's that, mate? No one can keep him quiet. Oh, you're talking about Haaland. Well, actually, would you not say, Football Shirt Mad, that Liverpool have done quite a good job of keeping Haaland quiet over the last couple of seasons? He's never really, destroyed Liverpool like he has other teams.
Right,
we've done all right against him.
For those guys that are in my live, because I don't think you guys can see this.
No, we can't see each other's chat box.
I have got a poll on my live. Mike's put a poll on my live.
Oh, okay.
Something basic, something simple. Collars on football shirts, yes or no?
Oh, I think it depends on the design.
Yeah, I must admit, I have liked collars on some of the shirts over the years.
I think it really depends.
I'm the other way. I just don't like them.
Don't like them. Yeah,
no,
I'm not a fan. I must admit, I'm not a fan of collars. I like even wearing a buttoned-up shirt. I hate unless I really have to.
I definitely wasn't.
I know what you mean.
Of the last season's shirt. Last season's shirt was awful.
I hated last season's kit, man. I was like, no chance.
Max just said the Ajax manager got sacked.
Yeah, so Heidegger has just been sacked after their last defeat. And I think Erik ten Hag is going to take his place. So, do Liverpool try and get Heidegger back in as an assistant coach?
Well, we've got Van Bronckhorst, haven't we?
We have, but does he come back into the fold in any way, shape or form? Do we try?
Sorry.
I mean, it did a great job when he was here. And we
won the league last year.
And he knows the club.
Yeah.
He'll know the player. Well, he'll know most of the players. He's got experience. Why not?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's get that like button going. Tapping is clapping.
Tap at the base. Tap at the phone.
Tap at the base. I'll use my phone. Cheers, guys.
What was that film? A Slap in the Bass? I don't know what that is. That's really funny. I don't know. It's like two best friends or whatever, and he's like playing on the bass guitar. And he's like, a slap in the bass. I don't know. If any of you watching this know what that is, please tell me what that film is, because that's a really funny film.
The playing inch is something. Is it like Tenacious D or something?
No, it's the vibes are like that. It's like Paul Rudd, I think, is one of them. And it's his mate, and they find each other as like best friends or whatever.
Oh, yes, I know the one you're on
like
about.
Jamming together.
Is that the one where he lives in his parents' garage or something, or basement?
Yes.
Yeah. Almost 40, is it?
Yes, that's it. I think that's it. Right?
I know the one you're on about. Yeah. Mate. Cheers for the gifts, guys. Film. Thank you, Anfield.
Do you see Van de Ven staying at Spurs for much more longer? Well, if Spurs do well this year, then yeah. But if they don't win anything or whatever, then they're always going to be a club that players are going to try and poach from.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
Right, I think Red must be held up. I think she had taken somebody somewhere in her car.
No, of course. I've just had a look. She's give me a sec. I'll say
Gator chance good.
It says she's on live with guests.
Oh, okay. It's not coming up.
She should be able to invite her.
No, she's got guests. One, i.e., she's got boxes.
Oh,
okay.
So she's live, but we
can't invite her in when she's on a co-host. Okay.
Oh, you can't. Oh, okay. I didn't.
No. She's got not when you're sorry, is it a multi-guest? You can't. I don't know if we can get a message to her, but unless someone wants to hop over there and tell her.
Right. Ken says, question for all you three: who is your all-time Liverpool player and why?
Actually, I can message him from my phone. I think. Or WhatsApp.
All-time Liverpool player. Unfortunately, I've got two, and I can't split them. So because that would then make it my best player, and my best player are the two top ones that I've got, and that's Kenny Dalglish and Steven Gerrard.
Yeah.
Do I really need to explain why? I mean, if I have to,
Ian Rush.
Kenny Dalglish for everything that he's ever done for the club. What he made us win, or what he helped us win. What he did as a manager, what he did for the Hillsborough, what he continues to do for the whole club and the city as a whole.
Yeah,
Gerrard is just Gerrard. Look, he was arguably the best midfielder we've ever had.
Yeah,
and what he gave to the club, his skills, his determination, his passion, his love for the club, just everything about him was Mr. Liverpool, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just so the people in Kev's channel and Daz's know, the Discord website above my head, we've now got a Discord channel running where you can go in and leave questions for us in advance.
Can't see it, mate.
Oh, can you?
No.
Yeah.
Not at all. How low does it need to be?
No.
Needs to be on your forehead.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll leave it there then. Happy days. Move it about my eyebrows.
You got a new monobrow, mate.
Does it show up if I put it over my microphone?
No.
How much of my face can you see?
Only to about from there to there.
Yeah,
I'll leave it on my head then.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Gerrard carried the club. What would he be like in his team, mate?
Okay.
Andy, I wish that we could have Steven Gerrard in the team that we got now. Imagine that. Hello, Red, mate.
Evening, Red.
Sorry. So sorry. I didn't realise. I was just waiting for you to invite me. So apologies.
No worries. How are we doing?
Very well. I'm at my friend's. So
okay.
in a corner somewhere with my headphones on to try and not take over the home.
That's a tough football shirt, mate. He nearly did go, didn't he?
Oh, good to see you on it.
Yeah. Well, always a pleasure. How are we all? I mean, Tuesday was a bit of all right.
It was very all right, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just seeing if I can enlarge that thing now because it seems to have got smaller now. Is that still on screen for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lower it
mate.
down over your microphone, mate.
Oh, it's changed
He's
again now.
still
Is it?
trying to get the Discord thing right, guys.
There we go.
Technical issues.
So we got a Discord channel now to all the followers and listeners. So if you get that, and we'll crack on with the show. So
I've got a question for you guys. So obviously Salah, he wants to go through his country, doesn't he, for a few days? I think he's going to be missing like 6. I think it's about 7 or 8 games. I don't know how much. It would be at least 6 or 7 games, I think. Right, so these are the games that he's definitely will be missing for Liverpool. Spurs away, Wolves home, Leeds home, Fulham away, Arsenal away, Burnley home, Marseille home. So Arsenal away and Spurs away. Who plays instead of Salah for Liverpool? Thank you so much, mate.
If he's fit, I've got a sneaky suspicion he's going to play Frimpong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's my personal opinion.
If Frimpong's not fit, I think you're going to have to look at either putting possibly Wirtz over that side, or Chiesa.
Chiesa. I want Chiesa.
Yeah,
I think he deserves it.
I think, without a doubt.
I think he definitely deserves it, but as we know from Slot, I just don't think he'll do it. So yeah, I think mine is Frimpong if he's fit, because there was rumours that was always the plan.
I can't FIFA.
But Wirtz definitely could do probably that, and a bit like on Tuesday, come into central when needed and when there's space. And then there's also, if we've got, this is a big if because of the way Isak's been, but if we've got Isak and Ekitike, again, you could play a combination of the two, because we're going to need to have more attacking force, right? Without Mo on the pitch.
Yeah.
So what? I know your heart says Chiesa, but what do you think he'll actually do, Slot?
Well, I think you hit it now on the head. I think Slot had said in an interview ages ago that they brought Frimpong in so that he could cover Mo Salah as well when he's away for the AFCON. Mm. So I think that's where Slot's head was at. But I think he wasn't expecting, I call him Mr. Hamstring now, because this is 2 hamstring injuries in 2 quick successions. Like, I think I don't want to see him rush back from this one, because then if it goes again, do you know what I mean? I think you need to get him back fully fit, fully strong, training regularly, and hope that then deals with that issue. So I wouldn't rush him in and play him at right wing. I would give, if you've got Chiesa, Isak, Ekitike, Gakpo, like we said, Rio, you've got all these Wirtz, you've got all these options. And also, let's not forget, he could go to like a 4-4-2 and we could play like a different formation entirely. Like, he probably won't because it's Slot, but he could do that. Do you know what I mean? And I just think there's 2 major games there that I look at, and that's Spurs and Arsenal away. Both of them are tough games. Both against really good teams this season, and it's away as well. So you're missing him.
You certainly would want him for that Arsenal game, wouldn't you?
Picasso, why don't you jog on, bruv? Yeah, sorry, guys.
I think not so much for the Spurs game, because at the moment Spurs are playing well away, but not well at home. So if that continues, I don't think that's going to be too big of a job to see through. Obviously, the biggest one is the Arsenal game. But like you said, we've got options, and it's nice to have the options.
Yeah.
Because before we wouldn't have had those options, and you could put one of 4 or 5 different.
Jade, thank you.
So I don't think we need to worry about who we put in that position, because I'm sure they'll do a job. They may do a better job. And they may create more than Mo's been creating over the last 5 or 6 weeks. But I guess we have to see where Slot's head's at and who he fancies. Maybe what formation he plays.
Yeah.
But it's still nice to have that option.
And although Mo has obviously completely upped his game in the past in the last 2 matches, of all the players to lose right now, apart from Kirkes, I'm happy it's Mo. I think we've got enough of a fluid kind of front line to maybe cover more than we ever have done before. So yeah, I hope he comes back absolutely flying.
Right, before we go any further, I'm doing a little competition tonight. So, Daz, you can model it because he's already wearing it. But I've got a Jersey JJ replica of what Daz is wearing. It's a size large. There is no other sizes available. If you want to win it, you've got to go onto our Discord channel and guess how many miles away I live from Anfield. I will pay the postage. The person closest to it, I will reveal next Thursday, and then they can give me their address and I'll get it sent out to them, okay? But you've got to be in the UK.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You can only do the guessing via Discord. Won't take any guesses in the channels tonight. It's got to go through Discord, okay? And you must live in the UK, and I will sort out the rest.
Paul, can you move that Discord thing up? That's it. Just that in the bottom right corner, it gives the speaker and our names.
Oh, okay.
In the bottom right corner, and that was covering the code.
No worries. So anyway, that code there, just chuck that into your Discord, and you will join our channel.
If you want it, Jade.
Eddie is already quick fingered Eddie.
So you just got to try and guess how many miles away I live from Anfield, and all will be revealed next week.
I want to play. I want to play.
You can't because you know where I live.
I was going to say, can I have a guess, please?
Yeah, of course you can, Dan.
I don't think we're allowed to win.
No.
Right, I've got to ask a question from my follower, Sir Henson. He wants to know if we could sell anyone out of our team right now, who would you sell?
Kirkus?
I was just going to say Kirkus.
Poor Kirkus.
No, Canate. Sorry.
Yeah.
Kirkus, I see hope. Yeah. Sorry,
I'm going to take the diplomatic answer and say I think our team's too light at the moment to risk selling anyone.
Jade said no. I also said Kirkes. Sorry. To be honest, I said it. I think Kirkes is probably the one that you would. He's a scapegoat at the moment. He's not hit the ground running. He doesn't look like he knows what's expected of him. He comes on, he looks erratic. Do you know what I mean? He's a red card. He's a walking red card, isn't he? Let's face it. I said he doesn't really walk anywhere. He's probably a running red card. Right? I said if someone asked him to run the Hoover round at home, he would literally be running around.
We've already got some guesses coming in on Discord, so that's good.
Nice.
Right.
Good.
Speaking of Discord, somebody's left some. We've got 2 people who've left questions on it over the course of the week. So can we just do these quickly? Right. Eddie Hollister wants to know. This is a question in 2 parts. Do you think that VAR has had its day and should go? Also, do you think it's refs' bad performances is because of they are relying on VAR too much? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I think if you're going to use technology, because we are advancing now, that's life, then I think you need to fully commit to using technology and not have human input. And I think what's happening at the moment is they're using it on the screen, and then ultimately it's still coming down to a human to make the decision. And I don't think that's helping. I think you either go all in and say, right, if they can draw a line for an offside or a handball and say this is exactly what this is for now, this is a program of software that's going to tell you exactly what it is, then you need to go all in with that. If you're not going to do that, then you're always going to have this human mistake, whereas if they got rid of VAR and the computers and that, then you go, right, well, the ref's only a human and stuff. But at the moment, I'm watching decisions by refs where they're overturning what VAR is saying and stuff. And I'm like, what's the point in using it? If it says that's offside, then you go, actually, I don't think that looks offside. I'm like, no. So for me personally, I genuinely think if you're going to use technology, it needs to go the way of all in technology. I mean, you have, what's the point in linesmen these days? If you can ping a line across a pitch and get a computer graphic where they show us 2 seconds later of his armpit being offside, you don't need a linesman. You need one ref on the pitch that makes a decision that the computer tells him in his ear, or get rid of it all.
Do you ever see them amalgamating AI with VAR and let AI run some of it? Because I think maybe
I'm
not
sure
anytime
eventually.
soon, but I think one day it would.
I think, like you said, Red, I think eventually that AI is overtaking a lot of different jobs. So I used to be a freelance graphics designer. That's what I did for years. And I was looking at the current AI situation. I was like, this is going to take my job soon. And that's why I got out of it. That's why I went with the exterior cleaning, because I was thinking, what can I do that AI is not going to take in the next 5 years, hopefully. That's right, mate.
Yeah, but all the videos I put out are AI, all those poster ones. It's all done on Copilot.
Yeah. It's very good as a tool. It's very good as a tool, and at the moment, AI is going to become part of football in the long run.
Yeah.
Like with VAR and things like this, it's going to have more and more of an input. But then again, if it goes that way, then you've got to fully back your software and go with that instead of they're still using it as a tool at the moment, and then they're second guessing themselves and things like this. And it's like, I don't know, you've got to be one or the other. You've got to go fully in one way or not.
I personally think at the moment, I think it's overused and not used well. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
As for the refs, refs letting it
Ken, it's not
make decisions that they could be doing personally. I think they become lazy. I certainly think they've become lazy with it. Because now they just let play run on, don't they, and wait for VAR to call offsides and...
Yeah.
Hope you're good, Andy, by the way. Good to see you, mate.
The thing that frustrates me with it is the time it takes, right? Football is already, like, this, the statistics you have of how much the ball is out of play rather than in play, right? The amount it goes out, how long it takes them to do the throws, like, and everybody rolling around. Like, there's so much dead time in a game, and they never add on enough, right? I'm quite glad that they don't add it all on, otherwise we'd never get home after a match. But what I like is I love tennis, right? And I like oh God, what's it called?
The Magic Eye, isn't it?
Yeah, the Eagle Eye. Yeah, Eagle Eye. Like, the players get two yeah, exactly, that they can actually, I'm not using my words well tonight, tired, but they can say, actually, I want another opinion, I want to, that I don't think that ball went out, or it was in, and so they have two per set or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like, I think, if, like, to your point, if we go fully tech, then a team should have like two debates, two requests, to say, actually, we're not okay with that decision. And then it becomes quite strategic as well, right? Because you've only got two, and or 2.5 or 1.5 probably. So you'll use it sparingly, but it also means that the decisions are made there and then quickly. Because when you watch rugby and they do the kind of cam to see if it was a try or not, it's really quick. And then the referee just goes, boom, try.
Yeah.
And there's not all of this
said about the rugby.
Yeah, it's not all this uproar. Yeah.
Yeah, great shout. Kev, you got a view on this?
Well, bro, pretty
this was
much.
Ed's question, so I don't know if Ed's in your chat tonight, but
typical. Yeah, he probably is. Typical Ed. That is. Yeah, he is in my chat. At the end of the day, we all know that VAR, the problems that are caused by VAR, are man-made. Okay, they sit there with those multiple screens that they've got, a couple of people looking at it, and they still can't get it right. Even with slow-mos and stills and everything else. We could take the handball situation against Real Madrid, which I'll probably we'll come on to in a bit. So I don't really want to go into that. Just look at that situation alone, and how VAR and the ref completely cocked everything up. It just was a mess. And like Red said, the time it's taking some decisions to be made.
Thank you, Patrick, mate.
And I'll give you an example. I'm not sure if it was Ekatike's header that he had that he put in the net where it was ruled offside. Why did that take a couple of minutes to be decided? It was quite clear there was daylight between the two players. So you don't need technology to go over and over and over. And not only that, it just seems lately VAR are overly looking for things.
Yeah.
They're looking at the nth degree. Did that happen? Did that happen? Did that happen? Did that happen? Let's have a look see if we can find
it's weird, Daniel.
It's almost like they're looking for problems, isn't they?
Yeah, they're looking
problems
for
that don't need to be found, if you ask me.
Yes.
Well, okay. Yeah. So here's another situation that, again, VAR completely and utterly cocked up. The situation with McAllister and the hand around the throat being pushed to the ground. Now, at the beginning of the season, we were told that any manhandling and pulling of the players would result in a penalty. If it's against the attacking player, or if it's against a defending player, it would be a free kick. None of that's happening. So in that situation, when you've got a player that's got his hand around another player's throat and then pushes him to the ground, doesn't matter how much of a meal McAllister might have made of it or not made of it, it's still a penalty situation and a sending off.
Yeah.
So if the ref can't see it and VAR are looking for things, why aren't they seeing that? These are the mistakes. These are big mistakes that technology is missing. Mm. And it's not just the technology that's missing it, it's the people in the booths watching this.
Yeah, 100%.
Big mistakes.
It's definitely affecting the quality of refereeing on the pitch, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Because now they think, well, if I've missed it, VAR's going to pick it up. So, and it takes that worry off them, but it's making them lazy. I mean, it has been used to some good calls this season. There's been times where we've seen things rightly overturned. But, I think it's being overused at the moment.
And also, with this stop-start, I just thought it'd be interesting to see if there's been more injuries since VAR came in, right? Now, I've only done a very quick Google, so I'll do a bit more of this in my own time. But in 2024, there was a 23% increase in muscle injuries compared to the previous season. And I think it was because of VAR. 133 incidents reported in just the first 9 match days.
Did they say why?
Well, what they're saying is they think because of lengthy VAR disruptions, because you warm up, right? You're ready to go. And then you're stopping for lengthy times. And it's not like the players are doing stretches and moving around. Yeah.
Okay, so here's a question which comes into play in that what you're saying, Red. I get where you're coming from with the injuries because they're obviously cooling down and then they have to sort of start running again. What about the situation where play carries on when there's a potential offside? So the play carries on, the ball's still in play, the player's carrying on, running it for the ball, and then all of a sudden they get tackled, potential injury, where it's a clear offside, but they're waiting for that ball to either go dead or they have a shot or whatever before they actually then pull it back to go, no, that's offside. Yeah. How many people have been injured with just the carrying on of playing until that situation of the dead ball or the shot? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't think any of us like that rule, especially when it is like minutes have gone and, a goalie's flattened someone and all kinds of things, and it wasn't even going to count. But yeah, I don't like that rule. I think it's come too far.
Right, are we ready for the second question?
It's a scapegoat for the refs sometimes, isn't it?
Definitely.
They can use it.
If it's a clear daylight, offside, fine, call it straight back. And I saw, I can't remember what game it was, whether it was in our game, I think it probably was, where the linesman called an offside straight away. And our player was minusculely offside. So if that linesman can do that at that point, why hasn't it gone back to that way?
Yeah.
Very true. It's not, I think VAR hasn't taken away any problems before VAR. I think it's created new problems.
Yes.
Plus the old problems that were already there. It's not, I just think it's overused.
Really. Well, why don't they just, like Dad says, take it completely away, potentially, leave it up to the ref and the linesman, and the only technology they have is the goal line technology.
Or it's like
at least then, if a ref or the linesman or whatever makes a wrong mistake, you could look at it and go, well, they're only human. But at the moment, you're not going, well, they're only human, because you're going, well, there's like 5 refs or whatever, and then there's VAR, and they've got these in the booths. How are they making mistakes? Why is there no consistency? Like the penalty shout against Real Madrid, I said it. I don't think that should be given as a handball, but that is the ruling now, and there's no consistency. Yeah. Like, there's no bloody consistency, and that is what eats at you as a fan base. If that cost us in that game, if we lost that game the other day, again, thanks so much for the heart, me nanny, mate. Welcome to the stream. If that cost us and we didn't win that game, you would be going, that's another game that Liverpool, a bad refereeing decision, has cost us.
Yep.
It's like, do you remember when we spoke about VAR a couple of weeks ago, and we were saying we think it should be run by ex-footballers? Because I think they see things quicker than
they know the rules, and they know the rules. They already know them. They don't have to go and do some class to learn them. Like
most of these referees, in my opinion, that I've seen, are interpreting the laws and the rules differently. Each ref interprets it differently. So how can they be consistency if a ref is not interpreting a specific situation the same way as another referee would do? So in my opinion, so this leads into a question I was going to ask, a brief question I was going to ask you guys. Do you think that referees should be giving interviews at the end of a game, like the managers do, for them to be able to call out and get an explanation as to why they've made certain decisions?
I would like to.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Because it also gives them a chance to come out when they get it wrong and apologise there and then. Because, there will always be that human mistake in.
And he says yes, good call.
But I think it would be a great idea to hear what a ref's got to say after a game.
It will keep them more accountable, right?
Yeah.
Make them more accountable.
Put them in the limelight, make them responsible. Sorry, Red, carry on.
No, don't worry. Especially post-press conference.
Yeah.
When it's all the journalists there.
Yeah.
They could get a right grilling and be like, right, do you know what, I'm gonna be more on my game here, and also like you say, like, say sorry. Like, we're all human, and it's I've watched it back. I made a mistake. The only thing is, it's like, how many appeals could we have? All of those kind of things. Because in athletics, if something goes wrong, you can appeal, right? And then suddenly you get the bronze medal instead of fourth position.
Yeah.
It's like, how far do we go with kind of referees getting getting kind of
at the moment they're just getting away with making so many mistakes.
I know
they're untouchable.
Yeah,
I don't like that, because everybody should be questioned on their actions in certain situations.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So if you go outside and do something illegal, you're questioned by the police, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? Why aren't these people being pulled over the coals? And I'm not talking about silly little mistakes that they've made. We're talking about game-changing mistakes.
Yeah.
Every season there's a couple of big ones, and they do affect the smaller clubs who are fighting to stay in the league.
And financially, financially.
The finances as well. Yeah.
But you think about how much money is involved in football.
Yeah.
And like you say, say that game the other day, I said, if that penalty wasn't given, blah, blah, blah. Imagine that's a quarter final, and it's a difference between Liverpool, winning the Champions League or going through to the next stage, and obviously the amount of money that you could lose on this. The refs have so much responsibility on them, but yet they don't act like it. They just go, do you know what? It was a bad mistake, but they're not coming out, like you say, in the public and going, do you know what? I got that wrong. Or, no, I stood by that decision because when we had a discussion, there was this player here that had an involvement, there was this, and they should be able to have a little period at the end of the game where they can literally talk you through some of the key talking points of the match from a ref's perspective. And do you know what? I think some of these channels are missing out on a thing there as well, because a lot of people would be interested in getting the ref's point of views and their side of it and would watch it.
And it gives another talking point as well, doesn't it?
It does, but then you've got these ex-referees like Dermot Gallagher, who goes onto these programs trying to then explain why a ref's made a certain decision.
It's pointless.
And most of the time, it's utter bollocks that he's coming out with.
Yeah, completely.
None of it makes any sense.
And they can't explain. They can't explain what another referee's decision is, because he's not that referee. You want to hear from the geezer that was actually refereeing that day that made the decision.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's pointless. It's pointless.
It's definitely. I think at some point it should come in.
You can sit there as a football fan and go, oh yeah, well, I think the ref made a decision because of that or whatever. I don't need to hear another ref say that, or an ex-ref or whatever. Literally pull him to the screen and say, why did you make that decision today? And then they go, well, actually, you think it's because of this, but what we discussed here was because this player had more involvement in that, and there was a bit of a pullback on the shirt there. We noticed that, and you might go, oh, bloody hell, like, yeah, all right, cool. It would actually stop them getting a lot of hate as well in some scenarios, because it's basically...
Let's hear it from the horse's mouth, isn't
it? A lot of stick. Yeah, exactly.
You know, an ex-ref trying to explain what they've done. Yeah, good question, that, Ed. Right, do you want to take the other one that was in the Discord thing now and get those two questions out of the way?
Yeah.
Okay, so Colin Goodwin asks, do you think... No, sorry, what has changed in the last 2 games compared to the last 4? Do you think it's the opposition or what Slot has done in the formation? Because it's been brilliant in the last 2 games. I think he answers his own question in some ways, but he wants to go first. Go on, Red, you go first this time. I'll throw you in the deep end.
So a bit of going back to basics. So going back to the team who won the league last season. Also, I think people were very clear on their roles. So if we take Tuesday night, for example, it was really clear what they were told to do, how they were pressing, how they were moving together, what they did when we had the ball versus when we didn't have the ball. I mean, normally, right, we'd be in uproar for Liverpool having so little of the ball, but it didn't feel like it. Percentage-wise, we didn't, but because we kept them quiet and they couldn't actually create anything, it didn't actually feel that bad when you were watching it. So I think real clear instructions, people knowing each other because they've played together for years. So that kind of, you don't even have to think about it. They're going to be there.
Yeah.
And also Van Dijk being a lot more settled in that back four, with Andy there to back him up if anything was to go wrong. And Wirtz, I think he had an incredible game. Like, he put 5 on a plate for people, and it won't be long before those are goals.
Definitely.
So yeah.
Kev?
Not much different really to what Red said. I mean, we've got we had a back 4 that were in sync and solid. We had a midfield that everybody, apart from obviously the new guys, were used to, and they all played their part. They all played a fantastic game. Having Gravenberch back, I think, is a massive difference. Allowing Szoboszlai to do what he does best, which he was doing, and again he was very, very close to a man of the match performance. Conor Bradley, just outstanding, absolutely outstanding, best player on the pitch by far. Well, I'll say by far, by a little bit. Wirtz improving game after game, so I think that helps. Not having Gakpo's predictability of his play. Mo pitching up again with a better performance than he has done prior to those 2 games. I wouldn't say he was classic Mo against Real Madrid, but he was better in the second half.
And he worked hard.
He worked,
didn't he? He was
he worked a lot harder. He was tracking back and defending. So, and I think just the desire and passion and the press was so much better in these last 2 games than the previous games. So I think that press makes a big difference.
I think bringing Robbo in at left back and keeping him there's been a massive, massive change. Yeah. Obviously, what Red said to echo has playing the 3 midfielders who are used to playing with each other. And I've also got a heap of praise on Slot, because after throwing the kids under the bus in the Palace game, I was kind of like struggling. I've been defending him to the hilt with certain fans wanting his head. But I think I've seen since the Villa and the Real Madrid game just how tactically clever he is in the way he sets up his teams. Because we don't play one system for 90 minutes. We transition from 4-3-3 into the 4-2-3-1 when attacking. The press has got better because of playing Robbo, and now I think Kirkes was unbalancing the team. I think, a bit of praise needs to go to Slot as well, and people need to realise he does know what he's doing, I think his biggest fault was in the games we lost I think he was just a bit too arrogant to admit Kirkes weren't working and keep tinkering with the right back position as well. And playing Dom there was upsetting the midfield. So it looks like we've turned that corner now and he's realised. So long may it continue now. So Daz, what do you think, mate?
Well, I think there was a lot of different variables, as we all discussed before, and everybody in my comments was saying the same. I think when we were losing games, it wasn't because of just the manager and his tactics, and it wasn't because of, you know, the team, the selection, and the way the players are playing. Like, I think you guys were saying it as well. Like Mo Salah, his performances were well below what we're used to from him. Now, all of a sudden, he's having more input in the games. I don't know whether that's a mental thing or whether it was a confidence thing or what it was, but I'm happy to see that he's back having a say in matches, because when Mo Salah plays good, Liverpool play better. So you want that. And I think, you know, going with the team that won the league last year, you've got to look at Ekitike and Mama, the two players in that starting 11 that wasn't here last year, but the rest of them, they've got experience of playing together. And I think that is why the press is better now, because they've been there, they know how to press. They were doing it under Klopp, and then Slot come in and took over and tweaked a few things. But the press was there last year and it helped us win the league. And then this year, when we were losing games, we were all saying, where the fuck is the press gone? Like, what is going on? Like, they're all over the place. Players running different positions. All of a sudden, he puts a midfield three in that is used to playing together. The press is better. We transition from defence to attack better because the midfield are having a say now. You know, we're not relying on, you know, just trying to ping a ball from the defence right up the side. We're actually using the midfielders again. I think all these things is why you've seen two good performances from Liverpool. And I think as well, I think the players a bit of confidence. They beat Villa and they were like, oh, okay, so we haven't lost all these games. Now that's took the pressure off a little bit. And then now they beat Real Madrid. And I expect against Man City, they're going to go in full of confidence because they're going to be like, okay, we've just put two great performances in. And Madrid, no one expected Liverpool to beat Madrid. No one. Like, all other fan base now, all of a sudden online was, you was going to get battered, all this. And we battered Madrid. Like, we made them look bang average. It could have been 4-5-0. It wasn't.
Yeah.
But
because they're goalie.
Yeah, and I think the players, they know that. They will be looking at that because that's what players do, coaches do. They will go back over the highlights, go, what did we do well? What did you do well in that game? What did you individually, what could you have done better? And they're going to look at that and go, look, we actually did really well. So you've got the players like Salah, Konate, Robbo coming back into the team, like the confidence is going up. As long as you've got Ryan Gravenberch still in midfield, you're better defensively. All these factors is why Liverpool have done well over the last two games. And I think if you beat Man City on Sunday, that's a real platform for us to really, go
really
again this season.
Put us back in the mix as well. And I'll hold my hand up.
Man City, we'd be
I'll hold my hand up. I thought our season challenge was over. I really did.
I did.
If we beat City, I'm changing my mind. I think we're back in the mix.
Thank you, Danny, mate.
I think the only thing that annoys me about this whole thing. Oh God, where was I going to go with this?
I'll ask it in a minute, Perry Green, mate.
Sorry, my head's gone. Oh yeah, what I was going to say about the Real Madrid game was the fact that I'd heard many people coming out, and I'm talking media here, coming out and saying Real Madrid weren't at it. Real Madrid didn't play very well. Real Madrid this, Real Madrid that. And it was the case of, hang on a minute, it wasn't the case of Real Madrid weren't at it. We didn't allow them to be at it.
Yeah,
exactly.
We played them off the park. We were the far, far better team. So we stopped them playing their game by playing our game. So give us some goddamn credit. Give the team the goddamn credit they deserve for putting that performance in.
It was a proper team performance and all, wasn't it? Sorry, Red.
No, I just love what you just said there. Like the people that say that, I do not read that shit. Like, literally, it's like we won the league because no one else played last season. Oh, jog on! Like you can only beat what's in front of you, right? We'd stop people playing. And what I also loved about Tuesday was we changed it up a bit about how we started play from the back. So there was, and I need to do some content on this actually, because the amount of long balls that were happening from Mama's Billy up to Ekitike, and he was actually keeping the ball up or nodding it down to someone. And I really think we need that in the Premier League. You know, that those kind of constant kind of backward passes or just to the side passes that were happening at the start of the season were causing all kinds of problems for us. So yeah, I really liked seeing that change too.
I think we have to heap praise as well on the crowd. I thought the crowd
were definitely the 12th man.
Absolutely amazing. The noise level was top tier. Even obviously through the screen, you can still get a sense of how loud that would have been in the stadium. And they were on it from basically minute 1 to minute 90. And it was one of those Anfield under the lights, Champions League night. There's nothing like it.
I must say as well, it's so nice to see the whole team smiling again as well. I've noticed when we're playing on, everyone's smiling.
And looking relaxed.
Yeah. And apparently Verge called that team meeting, didn't he, after the Brentford game?
Yeah.
And, whatever's been said and done, it looks like it's all sorted. So long may it continue now. Hopefully we can go on a decent winning run.
Yeah. It was roaring, like, yeah, absolutely.
Just so you know, guys, we can only see our individual message boxes. So Tosh wanted to send a message to Kev, and he said, my next door neighbour is a blue. And he said what you said, Kev. He said Madrid were so poor. So I think we made them poor, but...
Yeah, we made them poor, and that's just a bitter and twisted blue.
And again, we haven't mentioned Bradley yet tonight. I think we just got to give him a match. He was player of the match for me.
Yeah.
Quality, wasn't he? Absolute quality.
Well, it's probably his best game. I mean, he had a great game against Real Madrid last time and obviously, dispatched Mbappe quite easily. But what he did against Vinicius Jr. was even better.
Yeah.
That is the best performance from Bradley at Liverpool. That's his best performance ever.
Yeah.
Hands down. And I just love the crowd. Every time he did something, even if it was half decent, they were like, "Oh!" He was loving it.
And he got a feed off of that as a player as well.
He got better and better because of it, and it was like brilliant.
That's what we should do with players like Verts. That's what I said the other day. Everyone was talking about how is Trent going to be received? Is he going to get booed? Is he going to get this? And I was like, well, actually, turn your attentions to the players like Verts. Like, if you're a Liverpool fan in that stadium, don't worry about booing someone. Let's really get behind the players like Verts and that, which is clearly lacking a bit of confidence. If you fill them with confidence, look what it did for Bradley. Every tackle, he felt the crowd right with him in every tackle, and it pushed him and made him better and better in that game and everything. And that's exactly what I think players like Verts need at the moment. That he's not doing nowhere near as bad as people think, but if you really got behind him and you created a big chant for him and you was doing all this and he felt the love, he would realise that, it's not as bad as what he thinks and he could just play his football and calm down. And I think that's all he needs. He needs a bit of confidence and to realise that, just because you went for a lot of money, mate, it doesn't, just calm down and play your football because you're a decent footballer. Let your football do the talking. And that's what he's got to do. I think against Real Madrid, he really started to show what we've got to come. And I keep saying it, Bradley was my man of the match, but Verts was very close second for me because I thought he was fantastic in that game.
Yeah, he really was. And
go on, Red.
You sure? It's the same. It's the same topic. Just because you were bringing that up, Cameron on my chat has said, "Do you think we should start Verts over Gakpo going forward now?"
I would at the moment.
Why not?
I'm not against Gakpo totally, but I found him very predictable at the moment. So I think maybe we could alternate him or.
So here's a thought then, and it's not what I was going to say just now, but talking about Gakpo. When Salah goes, why not put Gakpo on the right hand side? Because he cuts in on his right, doesn't he? He cuts in on his right, and he's trying to shoot all the time. Why doesn't he play on the right hand side? Cut in on his right down to the byline and cross it in.
That's a good shout because he can't cross with his bloody left.
I know. No. I'd love that. I would love that.
But what I was going to say was going back to the Real Madrid game was what I did like seeing. Well, I don't know if you guys saw it, which you probably did. Konate riling the crowd up.
Yeah, loving it.
I think he took the ball out, and he got the throw-in for it, and obviously the crowd went nuts, and he's going, come on, like this. To see that from him fills me with a bit more confidence that he's back to his best.
I must say, his positioning in that game was fantastic. He read the game really well. It was the old Canate we were used to.
He was like taking things out of the air before anyone thought it was going to be in the air.
Him and Verge need to be on their game Sunday because they've got the physicality to deal with Haaland. And I'll tell you, we take him out of the game, we're in that. We're in that.
Yeah.
Canate seemed to bring the ball out a little bit more than normal as well.
Yeah.
And actually,
he did against Villa as well, didn't he?
Yeah. So, mate, whether the whether in training that's come up a lot, and the boss has said, if you get the chance to do it, do it.
Yeah. Did you have
While
a
we're
question?
on the subject of Man City, Peregrine, I was going to say, I've been waiting patiently to say it, but because we started talking about Man City, he said, would we take or would we accept a draw against Man City on Sunday?
I would take a draw. I want the win, obviously, but just keep improving. A draw ain't the end of the world at the moment.
No, and obviously you got to remember it is at the Etihad.
Yeah.
So that's always a tough place to go for any team. So I think as things stand at the moment, I'm in the corner of Paul. I'd take a draw right now, but I want the win. And we're good enough to beat them.
There's those games when, let's say, no disrespect to the lower teams, when you lose them, when you draw, it feels like 2 points lost. There's those draws against the bigger teams, it feels like 1 point game. And you know, it's just like, and I think City, away from home, a draw, you would take it right now.
I think City are probably looking at that game that we played against Real Madrid, saw the performance against Aston Villa, and thought, shit, they're back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I'm just hoping we can get the win and Sunderland get something against Arsenal on Saturday. Like they get something, even if it's just a draw, but they get something from Arsenal.
At some point, Arsenal will have their blip, and that's when we need to capitalise, isn't it?
And Sunderland have been playing some really good football. Plus, there'll be bruising in that kind of box. Could make them make a mistake where they haven't done this entire season, and that we then it's just gives our players that little bit more of a push to get that win on the Sunday, so that we've actually reduced that gap.
I'm quietly confident Sunday. I really am. I know Foden got a couple of goals for City yesterday, but nearly everything at the moment's coming through Haaland. And I think if we can just stop him, I think we're in a really good chance of getting 3 points.
Yeah, I think you would take a draw against Man City all the way through the season, like away every time. Like you'd be like, okay, well that's a good result because it's Man City. It's the same. I think Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City. That top. You would always take a draw away at them grounds because that's just the way it's always been, right? But I think at the moment, because we kind of had that bad run, we haven't really allowed ourselves much room to draw in the players' minds, in the coach's mind, and in us fans. We're 7 points behind Arsenal. Go to City, they're going to play football. They're not going to play this low block, which has been the excuse, really. That sort of we can't play against this low block. Man City aren't going to play like that. So let's go do Man City at their ground on Sunday, and then worry about the teams that are going to play low block against us. Because I would argue that is the problem this year.
I don't even think we've hit full throttle yet, neither. I think this is just a turning point. Now this is time to turn up the dial, isn't it, and show them what we can really do. And we haven't even got a fit Isak yet. Once he's back,
Isak's not. I mean, he's training though today. You see that, guys? He's training with the team today,
and he's in the Swedish
so he will be available.
Any news on Ali?
Sorry?
Nothing on him yet. Nothing on him. I said last week he did. Yeah, he did post a selfie in the gym, so I think he is.
I think he'll be
working his way back
after the international.
Because he has been in training, hasn't he, Alison? Light training, so hopefully he's close.
Oh God, that's put a smile on my missus' face.
Well, on most of our faces, to be fair.
Hey, I think Red Luca's got a soft spot for Ali as well there.
Oh God, who doesn't?
Even I do.
We're all turning for Alison
Even
now.
I do. I love the guy.
Mate, When I first got with my missus, Pepe Reina was the goalkeeper, and I was like, "Oh, you need to like sit and watch football with me. Like, if Liverpool's on, I watch them. Like, that's my life. Like, so do you know what I mean? So she was like, "Okay, cool."
My
She was
missus
like,
got that warning when I got with her.
She saw Pepe Reina, and she was like, "Who's the goalkeeper?" I was like, "All right."
Do you know
He was a good-looking lad.
You're quite similar. It's a
What, to
compliment.
Pepe Reina?
Yeah.
Yeah, take your hat off.
Hey! You're nearly there, mate. You're nearly there. Give it a few years, Daz. You'll be up with me, mate.
Yeah, I know, mate. I know. I'm catching up, mate. I'm catching up. It's fine. But like on a serious note, though, I think like that's the one good thing. Do you know what I mean? Like Mama's now in goal for us. I think talking about when Alisson Becker's back, I think Mama's been fantastic in goal. Like he's made some big saves, and I think that affords us time to not rush Ali back. Give him an extra week or two to be fully fit.
Yeah.
Agreed.
He's sorry, go on.
No, you go.
No, ladies, for gentlemen.
No, I was only going to say, I think he's gained in confidence. You know, it's quite the mantle anyway, right? To take on Alisson, who's apart from I still think he's the best.
Apart from being a fitty.
The best in the world. But he's got better and better, and by God, he's made some great stops, and is getting better with the ball at his feet as well, which
that's good.
They massively missed when Alisson first went. Yeah,
I mean, we all knew that Mamardashvili was a great shot stopper anyway, and he's got the height, he's got the agility, he's got the build. Obviously he's got the right for a goalkeeper. But I think maybe some people are underestimating just how good he is.
Yeah.
And I used to play as a goalie many years ago. So I can appreciate
you're right.
what goes into becoming a goalie. You've got to be mad to be a goalie anyway. But I think he's proven over the last few games that he's played. I think the two things he needs to look at working on. Well, maybe three things. One is him with the ball at his feet, which is improving. Two is his one-on-one with players.
Yeah.
Because I've seen him, he's not really done the right thing, and they've scored from it.
He's not quick enough to reduce the angles, is he?
Yeah, exactly.
You've
got to close them down quicker. Maybe he's a bit wary about if I close him down too quick. Maybe he'll take it around him. I don't know what he's thinking about that. And also commanding his box a little bit more. I think when those balls are coming across from crosses or corners, I think he needs to be shouting and going up for that ball, either catching it or punching it away. Because I think too many times he's reliant on Konate and Van Dijk to head it away.
Yeah.
And there might be just that time when maybe Virgil misses it for some reason, or it just slightly goes over his head and dips down, and you get a goal from it. So maybe commanding his box a little bit more.
Cool. All right, can I just advertise the competition one more time? On the 9 o'clock one. So what the shirt Daz is wearing tonight, I've got a replica from JerseyJJ8.com. It is a size large. If you want a chance to win it, you need to go onto our Discord channel and put in how many miles away you think I live from Anfield, and you must live in the UK to win this. Like I say, there's only a size large up for grabs, and I will reveal the winner next Thursday. I will pay the postage on it. All you got to do is give me your address if you win. Simple as that. Thank you.
I'm going to take that opportunity to say farewell.
Are you guys traitors?
I am. I'm so sorry. Even though I've already gone past 9, and my friend is itching to watch it. We've got popcorn on the ready.
Can we just can't get
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's do an extra one.
It's the final tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Enjoy. Yeah. We'll catch up next Thursday, Red.
Lovely to see you all. Follow all of the people on my
Everyone follow Red.
Okay.
Take care, Red, mate.
See you later. Take care.
Good to see you, mate.
Bye.
Always good.
Bye.
Always good.
Bye. Right, I might have to adjust everything again now.
Yeah, I'm going to have to adjust it.
Right, hang on.
Right, so while you're adjusting, so for people that don't know, I've got a few things that I've took down from today that I've seen in the last 24 hours, Liverpool related. So Mohamed Salah has been nominated for FIFA Best Player of the Year award. That's Yeah, does he deserve to win that?
Yeah. If we're going,
it was fantastic.
You're looking back to last season, aren't you?
Yeah.
Then yes, you've got to.
Mm-hmm. Is the link on screen?
Liverpool keeping close tabs on Hertha Berlin midfielder Kenneth Eichhorn. He's 16 years old. He's already made 8 appearances for the first team and is valued around 17 million. So interesting, Liverpool still looking.
17 million, a 16-year-old.
Yeah, mate. He's obviously mustard. I've not seen him play though, so if you've seen him, guys, you know what I mean, then obviously
Henson's just put he's very good. He knows who you're on about.
There you go. Cool.
Is that a link on screen, by the way?
Hi, Sandy.
Could you see the Discord link?
Yeah, that's fine, mate.
Yeah, it's ideal.
Forward.
Yeah, so if anybody's not in the Discord group and wants to join, use that link. Obviously, you'll have to just screenshot it and then type it in. Use that link to join, and then you can put any comments, questions, whatever for the next show, and then we can ask them next week.
Yeah. Awesome. Something new as well. Liverpool are planning to extend Dom's contract and are ready in a deal that will run up to 2030 or 2031.
Brilliant.
It's expected that Liverpool are trying to also highlight the fact that when Van Dijk goes, captain will be available, and that's what people are talking about. Could Dom be Liverpool's next captain?
See why not?
What do you lot think of that? I think this is a good talking point.
Yeah. Let's get our listeners' thoughts on that as well.
Yeah,
I'd love it personally.
Idea. Yeah, put it in the comments.
Guys think?
Yeah, put it in the comments, guys. Would you like to see Dom at some point?
Subbo for captain, says James. Yeah,
I think he would make a great captain.
Signing Dom as a striker, defender, midfielder, and backup goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Cheers, Jack.
It's crazy.
I mean, he could probably do a bit of everything. Yeah, Steve says he's fine with Dom.
Yeah, good. Good win for Liverpool. Hopefully, mate.
He's got the experience, hasn't he, of being hungry.
Andy. Thanks, Andy.
So it's not something he's not used to.
I think giving him something like that, like what's the word? Like, you know, when you're at school or in a workplace, you reward someone with something. I think Dom's the sort of player that will feed off that. He'll feed off being the main man. Yeah. He wants to be the main man.
Yeah.
And I think that will get the better out of him as well, which will be really good for Liverpool.
He just gives me Steven Gerrard vibes. Every time I see him.
Yeah, Alexander, you never will clone to you, mate. Everyone on my chat was basically saying, Dom, yes, they agree over that one. For anyone that doesn't know, obviously people were talking about Ibrahim Konate in transfer talks again with Liverpool over a contract extension because Real Madrid have highlighted that they would prefer Upamecano over Konate, but Konate on a free they wouldn't turn their nose at. Guys, like your views on that, like is that a kick in the teeth to Konate now? If he has been running his contract down for Real Madrid and they go, actually, we prefer Upamecano, do you think this could be a turning point in Konate signing for Liverpool?
Yeah, and it's only a good thing for us, really.
It bugs me a bit that, it might take that to get him to sign a deal because now it kind of do you know what I mean? Like, if he does sign a contract extension now, it's like, he wants to stay at Liverpool?
You say that,
but look how don't want him.
Look how things have worked out for Trent as well. Maybe that's a little bit up there.
Graham Birchwood.
Do you know what I mean? He might be looking at how Trent ain't settled into that Madrid squad. Ain't getting played regularly.
The grass isn't always greener. And
exactly.
in actual fact, most of the players that have left Liverpool, that have, I would say, big transfers. Like, I know Trent didn't go for loads of money or anything like this, but you look at Fernando Torres, went to Chelsea, didn't do anything. Philip Coutinho went to Barcelona. Didn't do anything. These players that want to go to these clubs because they think they want to go and win things, they want to do all this. You know what I mean? Like, I get years ago, Liverpool wasn't winning the Premier League and the Champions League and all this, and we was kind of fighting to get into the top 4 again. But now, when you're a team that won the league last year, you're capable of winning the Champions League with a squad on paper. Absolutely. Like, there is no one that, do you know what I mean? Unless you've won it all with Liverpool and you've done it 3 or 4 times, and now you just don't have the drive to go again, then you might think about changing for a different league. But why would you want to leave us?
Jack Dot Benched has just put, why don't these players ever see this though? And I think a lot of it is because of money. I think money's a big draw in it for certain players.
I think not just only money, but also
I'll let him know, Steve.
The country. They're playing in a different country. Okay, better weather, maybe a better standard of living, different food, all that sort of stuff. I think that plays a part of it as well, because obviously, you think about it yourself, right?
Thank you,
as an ex-player myself, I love nothing more than playing in warm weather.
Yeah.
You don't want to be playing on a cold, windy, rainy day or night, freezing your absolute bollocks off, and getting soaking wet for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
And then have to go and get a hot shower and stuff like that.
And I think, like, because of the vast amount of money they earn, and they've got their wives and children and that, you know, I'm not being detrimental here, but I would imagine most of their wives don't work. You know,
probably.
So if you're living in Madrid and you can go out every day on shopping and, you know, and living it up out
here.
Sorry, where do I sign up?
You're rather going to want to do that in some nice sunshine, ain't you, than a rainy old day. You know.
Good to see you, Lenny.
But you know, I think there's so many factors come into it, but money's the main thing I would have thought.
Yeah, I think there's too much money in the game anyway.
Yeah, I think we could.
It's kind of ruined football. Yeah. The money is ruining football.
It'll only get worse as well. It'll never it'll never turn around.
Yeah.
No, it won't go back to where it used to be, all about the football and all about the fans.
So me and a few of the lads was discussing this last night, saying about like footballers in general, like their attitude. One of the blokes basically said he met some professional footballers or whatever a little while ago, and he said they were all really nice and wanted to sign shirts and talk to kids and stuff like that. And I said, for me, a lot of professional footballers have this attitude about them. Like when you meet them, they kind of feel like they're above you. Like that's like even when they're not playing for Liverpool, Manchester United, things like this, like they just have an air of arrogance. Like I've met quite a lot of professional footballers. When I played for Charlton, we got chances to meet like professional footballers that played for the top teams in the league and stuff like this. And you know, like some of them were your idols, and you were like, "Oh my god, like, can you sign this?" And you want to ask them questions, and like they just, I don't know, they just had an arrogance about them, like they didn't give a shit. And it was like, I think when you're in the limelight, like the footballers are, and you earn that sort of money, I think, like, why wouldn't you sit and sign shirts? Why wouldn't you sign something for a kid? Why would you not help? Like, if I earned that sort of money, I would be helping with charities a lot. And I know a lot of footballers do. So I'm not saying everyone, and I'm not saying all footballers are knobheads. But in general, I think they kind of think their shit doesn't stink. And that bugs me a little bit because it's like you kick a ball about for a living.
Yeah.
Like, let's not get above yourself.
It is annoying when you see the I mean, I was at the Virgil van Dijk mural. Me and Mike were streaming it live. Unfortunately, I think neither myself nor Mike actually got there on the day. I certainly didn't, but Mike lives in and around the ground anyway. When Virgil turned up to actually do a bit of a media thing for it, but he looked quite happy to stand there and chat to people,
which is nice. That's what you should be.
Which is what you want, because I think, like you say, a lot of these players become what they look as being untouchable. Don't come near me. I don't want to sign anything. And I'm not gonna equate it to what I experienced. But obviously, being on social media myself, I mean, I'm not a famous person or anything like that, and I don't profess to be, but I do get recognised sometimes, through my videos and lives and stuff. And I was in Asda one day with Cheryl, and I was just looking at some beers and stuff, and this guy stood next to me. He said, "I recognise you. Aren't you the cop artist?" And I was taken aback a bit, and I went, "Yeah, I am. Yeah." And he had his kids with him, so we stood there chatting for a little while.
Yeah, nice.
And then we went off on our separate ways, went to the self-service checkout, and he was there with his kids at the same time. And he came up to me, he said, "Excuse me, mate," he said, I don't want to bug you or anything. He said, "Is there any chance the kids want to have a photograph of you?"
Yeah, nice.
And now I am there doing my daily stuff, shopping. And I went, "Absolutely not a problem. It's 5-10 seconds out of my evening."
Yeah. It's not a thing, is it?
You know what I mean? So if I can do it, something like that, and it's not a big thing, why can't these guys do it? I do
understand. I do understand if, like, say you're out with your family, like you took your kids to the cinema, and you get stopped every 2 seconds. If you're Mo Salah, Van Dijk, everyone knows you.
Or if you're having a meal or something like that.
Yeah, 100%. But like, it's like, I don't know. It's sometimes I don't know, like some of the bigger players aren't. It's like for me, like I was very lucky over the years when I've ever come to Liverpool to watch a game or whatever. We always would go to the old training ground because you could always get autographs right outside the gates, couldn't you? You could sit out there when the player cars come out, you get the autographs and stuff like that. And I've got loads over the years, and all of them seem really nice and was stopped and everything like that. But like, it's not necessarily at Liverpool, I don't think. Like, I think like it was other, like, you're going to laugh at it, but Manchester United, when I played for Charlton, we played against Manchester United in a friendly game, and basically, like their first team players were all there as a support for the youth team and all this. And like everyone was like, oh my God, like it's this player, it's that player, and they all wanted it. And the arrogance on them was just, it was fucking unreal. Like, and some of the lads were like, well, that's just ruined it. Like some of the boys that I played football with, they were Manchester United supporters. They were meeting their idol, and like they didn't even want to talk to them. And like they was like, it completely broke them. And I was like, I think when you're in their headlines like that, and you're in like this position that they're in. Like for me, when I was growing up, like my dad was a fireman and a security guard. Like he had two jobs at once to support the family, and you know, and he had to have two jobs because firefighter, they don't pay you enough money to be able to just have one. Like, you know what I mean? So you had to have the second job. And I'm looking at some of these footballers around the same time. Like my dad's working two jobs to feed the family. You're kicking a ball about and doing what most of us would do for nothing for these teams. Like you could be a little bit more respectful. But I think in general, I look at Liverpool players at the moment, and I think they're a good bunch. I think they have this, like, I don't know, it's not a nice side to them, but I feel like we haven't got a lot of egos. Yeah, but
they're saying that.
They
I
don't
remember
really
when
have a
I
lot of
was
egos, do they?
I was 16 and I'd gone to see England play Nigeria at the old Wembley, because I'm an old fart. And Steve McManaman had just got into the team, in the England team. And it was the first time I'd seen a Liverpool player. At that point in me yet, I hadn't been to a Liverpool game yet. And he literally walked 3 foot past me. And I'm like, Macca, you know. Wait, he kind of blanked me. He sort of took one glance at me and just carried on walking. You know, could have even put a thumbs up. But yeah, you get those players who don't, they just don't engage, do they, with the fact. I let him off because he would have been he was only probably 19, 20.
So here's an idea, right? Here's an idea. Why doesn't each club, well, because obviously, you know, you do get those arrogant players and you do get some nice players. So why don't these clubs, these Premier League clubs, twice a year, let's say, and this is just a thought, twice a year, have it where they have an open day where all the players are there, all sat along, and they are, you know, for a few hours in the day,
just signing shirts,
and just sign shirts for people that come along. Even if the people pay like a fiver to have their shirt signed, right? Yeah. Don't necessarily have to stand there and chat to them, just to get a shirt signed, so that they can have the experience of being that close to the players without seeing them on a pitch, right? Yeah. And that money go to charity.
Yeah, it'd be a great idea. There is more they could do for that.
I think like when you
like a Comic-Con for PLs.
Yeah, I think like speaking of go on, mate.
Speaking of charity, this isn't like happening anytime soon, but Kev at some point is going to draw something and frame it, Liverpool related, and we're going to ask our followers to pick a charity. We're going to sort of throw some options out as a charity and get them to vote on what one, and then we're going to raffle it off over a period of months, so there's no rush. And we want to, you know, to make some money for a charity. So they all play a part in it.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
We're going to sort it out after Christmas.
Like
we're going to get Christmas out of the way and then come up with some. We're thinking about it now. It's in the works.
Yeah, we're in process. We've got some ideas of what images and stuff. We just need really to find out what is the best charity to use it, you know, to give the money to. I think that's going to be the most difficult thing.
Yeah.
I think there's so many charities, isn't there? I think just if you do one this time, you pick another one the next time and stuff. Yeah. And I did it when I used to be on YouTube, and I used to do live streams that were like charity streams and that, and everything that was donated was given to a charity. But I actually let a lot of people decide. I kind of got a list of like 3 or 4 together.
Yeah.
And then I would say to people on my live streams, right, guys, you pick which charity we're going to do a live stream for. And then they would do that, and then that way people that were donating to a charity that they kind of chose as well, if that makes sense. So it was nice.
Well, if we could decide whether,
then you feel like everyone's doing it together.
If we decide whether it's going to be a national charity or a local to Liverpool charity, and then if they decide local, maybe Kev can do a bit of research in that area, because obviously we're not doing it up that way.
Here's another thought. Actually, I've got a charity in mind. But here's another thought. What about setting up a GoFundMe for the charity?
Yeah.
And whoever puts money into the GoFundMe
goes into the raffle.
Go into the draw.
Brilliant. That'd be brilliant. That'd be brilliant. Because GoFundMe sends the money direct to them then as well.
Yeah, it doesn't come directly to any of us. And then basically there is no limit to, no higher limit, no lower limit to what people want to donate or can afford to donate.
I think that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I'm all for whatever.
What do you guys think?
I think it's a good idea.
Chat?
Yeah, let us know in the comments as well what you think. But this boot room thing, hopefully it evolves and it's growing, and we all love doing it, and it'd be good if we could give something back. So that's a great call, Kev.
Yeah, I agree.
Right, who's got a question?
Yeah, but this won't be until next year, Colin. This won't be until after Christmas, mate.
We'll get Christmas out of the way.
I haven't got time to do a sketch now. I'm in the middle of just starting a new painting, and I've got various other stuff going on. So into January, we can discuss it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Cheers, Steve. Thank you.
Henson's got a question. Do you think footballers are under a lot
of
stress?
Is a good idea.
Stood there signing autographs. No, not. Why are footballers under that much stress? For abuse from the public? I think, like Kev said, if you had an open
got swings
day,
and roundabouts.
Yeah.
When you earn that sort of money, right, you know what you're getting yourself in for when you become a professional football player. It's like when you do social media, like Kev, like what you said. So like me, years ago when I used to be on YouTube all the time and everything, the first game I went to up at Anfield, people were coming up to me and going, "Your dad's from on the bench," right? And it actually scared me because I was like, I'm not necessarily someone that likes that. Like, so it kind of threw me off a little bit. And it was like the first time, because I don't get that where I live here, because it's not like, do you know what I mean? But as soon as I went up to Anfield, people were like, "Oh, mate, like, are you like Daz?" And I was like, "Yeah," like,
fair point.
And it was weird. And like, my brother was like laughing and stuff. And I found it very uncomfortable. So I get that these players sometimes can be a bit like, boom. But if you're going in and you play for Liverpool Football Club, you know you're going to be someone that everyone stops and things like this. Like, do you know what I mean? Like for me, when I started doing this social media thing, it wasn't. I never wanted anything like that. Like I like just being like, I want to come online and talk to everyone.
Yeah, be casual
like that. But if people are joining you every day, or your videos are getting thousands of views every week, like your face is getting put out there. Like, so again, like if somebody comes up to you, you've got to expect that could be a thing down the line. And I think footballers know what they're getting, but they're being paid a fortune. So you know.
I suppose it's in that environment, isn't it, that if you create a safe environment for the footballers as well, because let's face it, if you've had a rotten game and you've got a disgruntled fan who approaches you, you don't want that, do you? So, you know, I think like Kev said, if you've got venues where you know you can pay just a few quid to go in there and get a shirt signed or a photograph taken with your player, I think that's a nice thing to do, and they should do a bit more of that. But yeah, to be fair, we don't... The world and the state it's in at the moment. I mean, look at what goes on in the news every day with stabbings and that. You know, you can't just put these people on the front line to just put them in the general public, can you, without a bit of protection as well. So it needs to be well thought out. But I think the clubs, all football clubs, I think should do more for their fans in that aspect, especially for young kids as well. You get little kids, you know, under not teenage years, you know, really young. To meet your idol means loads, doesn't it? It
does, and you know, knowing what I know of things that the players and the clubs do for the Liverpool fans and stuff like that, you know, they go to the hospitals and stuff like that around Christmas and all that, and they do various other things. But I think, you know, there's so many times that people have contacted the club and sort of said, "Is there any way I can get this signed, or is there any way?" You know, if I send you something, you could sign it and send it back and blah, 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 and all this sort of stuff. And they'd go, "Oh, well, no, we can't because we get inundated with requests." Yeah. And I get, you know, that they are limited to what they can do. And then they generally, what they do is they only take the opportunity to do things like that for people like children that are in health issues or, you know, life-threatening conditions or whatever, and I get that. But I think, like you said, I think they should also do more for the bog standard basic fan.
So what the hardest thing is because it's abused, because there's so many people that lie, and they will message the club and go, can you sign this shirt for me? And it's for charity or whatever, and it's not, and then they sell it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And that's where it's difficult. Like years ago, on one of my live streams, somebody said to me, there was a massive Robbie Fowler fan, and I was like, I've tried for years to get his autograph. Have you ever got his autograph? And I was like, no. And out of interest, so my dad used to know someone that had I don't know whether it was an autograph business or whatever, but they used to pay celebrities for an hour to sign things and stuff like that. And he had a shop that used to sell all this stuff. So I just messaged and I just asked, I went, how would I go about trying to get this person a signed shirt or photo of Robbie Fowler? And he was like, right. And he basically looked up and he found the agent for Robbie Fowler and said to me, send them an email. And I did. I sent him an email, and he sent through 2 signed pictures from Robbie Fowler, and a really nice letter wrote by Robbie Fowler himself, saying thank you so much for being a fan of mine and all this, and blah blah blah. Hopefully these pictures. So I gave one to the bloke that really wanted it, and then I put the other one up and said, right, whoever is in this live stream tonight, I'll pick somebody else to give it to randomly. But Robbie Fowler is actually a real nice bloke. If you ever catch him, Fowler's a really good one. He will stand, he will sign, he will talk to you and everything like this. And some of the kids now, they probably won't necessarily think so much of that because they wasn't around in those eras and stuff.
I was absolutely
genuinely, he's such a nice bloke.
He was doing a meet and greet about 20 miles away from where I lived back in March.
Yeah.
And
it
sold out really
quickly.
Actually. Yeah, it sold out really quickly. But hopefully next time he does it, I want to jump in on that. Right, who's got a question, boys?
I had a situation with Robbie Fowler as well, actually. When I lived in Plymouth, we had a supporters club down in one of the pubs.
Okay.
It was literally a Liverpool supporters pub.
Yeah.
It was decked out, Liverpool everything, and the landlord was a big Liverpool fan and everything else. So anyway, they organised a meet and greet, and the supporters club approached me and said, because we were having this meet and greet, would you do a sketch or something, right? Mm-hmm. And I said, I'll tell you what, I'll do a sketch of Robbie, and I will present. We'll present it to him as a thank you for his services to the football club.
Yeah.
Right. So I did this sketch. It come out absolutely lovely, even if I do say so myself. And I've got it all framed and everything else. And we got the tickets for the meet and greet and all that. But they asked me to present it to him, so it was literally I was going to go up on stage and do the speech and then give it to him, which I was quite honoured to be asked.
Of
to do
course,
that.
yeah.
And obviously Robbie's one of my, I love Robbie, absolutely love Robbie. And 2 days before the meet and greet, he got offered that Brisbane board job.
Okay.
Off he went to Australia.
Gutted.
It got cancelled. The sketch got cancelled. Everything got cancelled. I was absolutely gutted. He never ever got that sketch.
What did you do with the sketch?
Yeah, that's gutted.
I sold it.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Actually, there was a young lady that was that been after it ever since I started doing it, and I said, I'm sorry, it's actually earmarked for Robbie himself, and because obviously it didn't go to him, and sort of I tried contacting his agent, didn't get back to me. So eventually it was just sat there doing nothing. So I decided, and this girl kept pestering me, and then all of a sudden her boyfriend contacted me and said, is there any chance you would sell it to me as a special birthday present for her that she doesn't know about? I decided, look, it's just sat there doing nothing. I might as well. At the end of the day, if it ever comes around again, I can always do another one, a different one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was really gutted on that one.
Yeah, it's not. He is a decent geezer as well. Like he will sign things. He tries to do a lot of these meet and greets and stuff. He's all over the place. Like when he does it and that. Like I like it. There's a few ambassadors for Liverpool that are a bit like that. What we were saying earlier. Do you know what I mean? Like the players not doing enough of that. Like I think the lads that are ex-professionals now, they tend to do quite a bit of that, which is nice because obviously, like growing up, you watch those players. And then now, just because they don't play for Liverpool now, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, of course you want to meet them. Of course you want a signed picture or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, just to meet them and shake their hand and be like, wow, like I used to watch you on TV like week in, week out. Like I've been to so many games and cheered your name. Do you know what I mean? Like I still feel like that over players now, like Liverpool and that. But like, especially like Steven Gerrard and that, he's the one I've never been able to get anything signed off Gerrard ever. Yeah, I've tried a few times. I've been at a training ground and everything, and every time he hasn't come out, or the one time he did come out, security guard stopped us and said, he's got to go, he's got to shoot because it's his wife's birthday or whatever it was. And he was like, so he's in a rush. He's like, so please can you all stand to the side and let him come out? And we were like, no, like I genuinely thought I was going to get it finally.
You know what?
You never know. He might see this one day, Daz. He might see you right now. Who knows? He could be listening. Steve, if you're out there at this point, give me a signature.
Yeah. Get in contact with his agent.
I've got Alonso's. I've got Xabi Alonso's. Because my mum was like, oh my God, he's gorgeous and he smelt really nice. Because she lent, obviously, they're in their cars as they come out. So she went in and passed him the thing. She was like, oh, you smell really nice. And he laughed at that. And she was like, oh, well, I wonder what he was wearing and that. But it was funny. Like, got Fernando Torres, got Rafa Benitez. I've got loads of the ex-Liverpool players. I haven't got many of the new ones because I haven't been. And I think with the training ground now, I don't think you can stand right outside it.
Can't even get up there now, can you?
No.
Yeah.
You know,
that's the thing.
So one of the things that would be a non-starter with this whole thing about organising, shirt signings and stuff like that. I think that would be a non-starter, even if someone suggested it, purely and simply for the fact that the club would lose money.
Yeah.
Because you go into any of the club shops, they've got signed shirts there in frames selling for quid.
Yeah, crazy money, isn't
they? People wouldn't buy them then, would they?
No, very true.
I think you have to approach their agents. It's not necessarily approaching the club because, like you say, the club will go no. But if you can figure out what their agent is,
to be honest with you,
you can kind of approach them.
I contacted Mo Salah's agent.
Mm-hmm.
I've contacted Alison Becker's agent. And who else was it? Can't remember the other one.
I did see Alonso.
All those agents I've contacted to try and get one of my paintings signed by him.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
No, going through the club.
No chance.
Get it done. So I thought, go through the agent, find his agent. I think Trent. I think it was Trent. I think it might have been Trent because I did a big Trent for somebody. I was trying to get it signed before I sent it.
Yeah.
None of them got back to me.
Maybe you need to try their Twitter. Well, it's not Twitter now; it's X. But
the only one I've actually managed. The only one I managed to get signed was Jan Molby, and that was because I did a sketch for his wife of him, and I sent it to her, and I had a conversation with her over. I can't remember if it was Instagram or WhatsApp. Can't remember, and she said, if you want any signed prints of what you've just, what you're going to send me, all right, get the prints done, send them with the original. She said, it doesn't matter how many it is, I will sign them.
Yeah, nice.
And I will send them back to you. And she was as good as her word.
Yeah, nice.
I had them back within 3 or 4 days.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All signed.
That's good.
And I've got one left. So that's mine.
Right, shall we say, have you got a question, Daz? Any of your followers?
I haven't, mate. I was going to say tonight. I'm going to head off in a minute.
No worries,
I've been on a couple of hours now. I'm going to head off, and she's watching the Traitors final or whatever. Well. So I'm going to go down and pester her and wind her up, probably. But it's what we do best,
the
guys,
winner
right?
is.
Yeah, exactly. Well, she said to me earlier because she was like, "Oh, I've got to watch this tonight," and I was like, "I'm on a live stream anyway," and I was like, "But even if I wasn't on live, I was like, what if I wanted to sit and watch something with you?" And she was like, "No, the finals on tonight, and they've already leaked the winner or something on something or other." And I was like, "What if I look it up and then tell you the winner before you sit and watch it?"
Yeah,
my missus loves the sewing bee, so I have to disappear when that's on. There and open your mouth while it's on.
No, exactly that, mate. I'm quite happy coming to my little abode. Yeah, this is my little sanctuary.
It's our safe space, mate. It's a safe space.
It is.
We've all got one.
Is, like,
Kev's got his art studio.
Come in here and hide. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You need that as a bloke, right? You need somewhere to go and hide.
You've got your little den.
Yeah, right, guys. Thank you so much for talking to me again.
Pleasure, mate.
Thanks to everybody who's joined the live as well. Yeah, and thank you for the donations. Thank you for the likes and stuff like that. We hit 13.5. You're absolute legends. Thank you, guys.
Cheers,
guys. I will see you next Thursday, or hopefully I'll speak to you around Man City.
Probably catch up before that, maybe Sunday.
Yeah. All right, yeah, cool.
All right, fella.
Take care, everyone.
Take care.
Enjoy.
Bye.
Thank you for joining me, everyone. Bye.